Happy Friday, beautiful souls, and welcome to Spiritually Her. This is your safe space to explore the magic of inner work, grow your confidence, and embrace your self worth as the ultimate superpower. I'm Terrika-Surrenity, your host and guide on this transformative journey. Here, we're breaking barriers, we're rewriting our stories, and stepping fully into that girl energy together. So grab your favorite drink, let's settle in, and let's vibe. Your next level starts right now. Hi, my spiritual besties. What's up, girls? We've made it to another Friday with Spiritually Her, per usual. Okay. I am always excited to talk to you guys. And so, what better than to talk about the topic that we have to talk about today? I feel like this is going to be the episode that is letting you know and reminding you and putting a mirror up to your face to remind you of who the fuck you are. Because you are that bitch. Period. I don't care what no other person has to say about it. I don't care. You can tell them, they mama, and all of them to kiss your ass. Period. Okay? I said what I said. I stamped that. Okay? This is that episode. Okay, so in all seriousness, all right? This week has been just like a reminder of just how much we go through as humans, right? But also as women. What we go through as women and all of the changes. We talk about like hormonal changes and who changes in careers, within our mindset, our relationships, love, our bodies. Like it's just so much. But when we think about all of the changes and we think about all of the obstacles and challenges, the lessons, oh my goodness, the lessons that we had to go through to get to where we are right now, it is a reminder as to who the fuck you are. And I know that sometimes we may casually talk about the things that happen in our lives as if it's just a casual event. I remember having this conversation this week. I was speaking to someone, one of my friends, and I just passively brought up this year and the last year, really mostly last year. But I brought up that year and I was like, girl, I don't know how the fuck I got out of that. I don't know how I made it through that, outside of God, outside of my spirit team, outside of my ancestors, outside of all of the support, as well as my own grit and my own determination. But it was like I just passively went past it. Like, it was just one of them days. But it was one of them years where it seemed like I was taking L after L after L. I mean, it felt like a bitch wasn't able to stand up on her feet at all. It was like 10 fat bitches jumping me, okay? And I'm a thick girl myself, so I know how I am when I get down with just me and it's a one on one. So 10 big bitches? That's what it felt like that year. But the fact that I was passively talking about it as if it was just normal. And my friend, she literally had to tell me, like, you just ran past that like it wasn't nothing. Like, give yourself the credit because you was homeless twice. You lost your car, you lost You were still grieving a marriage. Like, you had children in the hospital. You were dealing with your own health issues. Like, you had grievances within your family. Like, you went through a lot that some people don't even make it out of. And instead of looking at that as if like I was just taking L's and everything, the thing is that I made it out, and that within itself is a win. And we have to stop making our seasons that are tough sound so normal. Like we seem to always downplay our own survival because I was literally keeping my head above water. Literally. Making a way if we can. Okay, sorry. Had an ADHD moment. Okay. But if you know that song, I fuck with you. If you don't know that song, okay. You need to watch Good Times, okay? Watch it. All right, thank me later. But, like, literally, okay, so it's just like reflecting. If we just sat right here in this moment right now and reflected over our year, even if it was not this year and maybe the year prior or after that, or just whatever year that seemed to just be rough for you, I need you to take a moment to reflect, okay? Now, I know I oftentimes tell you we don't look at the past. Forwards ever, backwards never. But in this moment, it has a purpose, okay? Because sometimes we move so quickly to the next thing that we don't always stop and pause to really see ourselves. We move on so fast. We just push through literally so much. We go through so much information in one time span. We normalize our struggles and our obstacles, honestly, because it seems like we had no other choice. We just normalize all of the chaos and all of the struggle that we just hate. We just keep going. And before we know it, we're already in the next season. We're already in the next place that the lessons and the obstacles and challenges have pushed us towards. But we get there and we don't even honor the season that we just barely survived. And although we don't want to go there because I get it, like once I survive it, it's almost like drowning in the water. You keeping your head above water, literally. And you get out of that water, you're not trying to look back at it. I don't want to reflect on that. But at the same time, you have to honor it. You have to honor and see yourself, really see yourself in the survival that you have went through. Okay? So if you have made it through any season that you have cried about, understand that those tears were simply your strength. It was your resilience. It was everything that you had in you. That was you, yourself, your higher self, everybody connected to you, ancestral, all of that that was showing up even when you didn't know how to show up in that matter. And when we think about those reflections and stuff, right? Here is where sometimes it get a little too real because even the some of you that are listening right now, okay? You're standing in a place that you once longed for. You have prayed for, you have manifested and everything, right? I've manifested and praying to hey, to have a community, to be able to use my voice, to be able to work in my calling, right? You know, you pray for these things and you don't realize that you're literally standing in a place that you once prayed for, manifested for. And instead of celebrating that milestone, you are still questioning yourself. You are still questioning yourself because maybe it's not how you envisioned it. Maybe it's not exactly, I'm not even going to say maybe it's not exactly. You have gotten and prayed for, but it's like once you get it, you're always looking for what is next. And you don't really get that chance to celebrate it. Instead, you may minimize your growth. You may be still acting like what you overcame wasn't even a big deal. I can talk about myself right now. I can sit here and know damn well I have manifested, I have been writing, I have been led and guided to be in my calling and to do it in a way that feels so authentic to who I am, to connect with people who are like me, who understand me, who get me, and I get them, where I can really be myself, right? Because before that, when I was manifesting this and praying for this, I felt like I had to wear a mask in every room that I showed up in. I felt like no one understood me. Nobody did all of these things. But now that I am standing in the prayer that I have been praying for, the manifestation that I have written down, the vision, you might be standing in it and still questioning yourself, like, instead of celebrating that you made it here. Instead of looking back and being like, wow, the me who was afraid to speak to people, the me who was so shy, who would always choose to be in the background. I'm so grateful for this growth. And so I'm going to celebrate it. And I'm going to also reflect on the obstacles and the challenges that it took to get here. So I want you to know that when you do reflect, I need you to know that you did not just make it through, you won. And I need you guys to understand that after reflecting, I need you to understand that right here and right now is the activation of your winning season. You have always been in your winning season, regardless if you want to accept that or not, even in the failures, even in the losses, even though you felt like you took nothing but L's, you had some wins. But what you show attention to is what will grow and manifest in your life. So I need you to change that mindset right now and understand that right now, right here, you are in your winning season and it is your turn right now. It is your turn to stop surviving, to stop bracing for impact or for someone to snatch away something. It is your turn to stop expecting things to fall apart. This is not the season where everything has to be hard because we are walking into the season of ease, of wins. You will not be able to lose even if you try to. And I'm getting goosebumps as I say this, but guys, I feel it within every bone in my body that this is the season where things start to work with you. I feel like for so long you have felt like there was a season where everything was going against you, where you was taking punches and you was taking so much. But I need you to reflect on those punches in that fight, and you learned how to bob and weave. You learned how to protect your face, okay? You learned how to throw a good right hook. And it's nothing that is going to stop you in this season right here, because it is your winning season. And I need you guys to know that. I need you to speak that. I need you to claim that over your life. So, right here, right now, I need you to say it with me. It's my winning season. Now, I need you to understand that even for the ones who feels like them even saying those words just doesn't sit right with them, I need you to understand that there are everyday wins that you have that I need you to pay attention to, because when you pay attention to the small wins, the gratitude for the small things, you're directing your attention to wins all throughout the day, and before you know it, the wins get bigger. They multiply. So for the everyday wins, if you woke up today, that's a win. I remember my cosmetology teacher, Miss Cavett, love her to death, okay? She would say every morning of class, if you woke up and you're 6 feet on top of the ground, you have purpose, you have calling, and you're winning. So if you woke up today, babes, that is a win. If you chose yourself today, that is a win. If you showed up for your children today, even in the midst of you feeling tired and drained, that's a win. If you decided to rest instead of forcing something, baby, that's a win. If you tried again, if you failed and you got back up, if you said, I'm not quitting this time around, that is a win. I need you guys to understand that every day we choose ourselves, we are winning. And I'm not saying choosing yourself just in a selfish way or anything and not be a kind human and stuff like that. I'm not saying that. But when you honor who you truly are, when you honor what your body needs, when you honor and treat your body with the utmost respect and love, when you show up in the places that are in alignment to you, when you love in harmony with things that are in harmony and show love to you, understand that those are wins. Now, we can talk about right now being in our winning season, but I need you to understand also what is ahead of you. It's no more struggle, because if you are living in alignment, what can go against you? It might be it might be some things that stretch you for growth, but nothing would knock you off a path that is aligned to you. What's for you will be for you. So what's ahead of you is alignment. It is clarity. It is ease. It is peace that you don't even have to fight for. Understand that what's coming next matches who you've become. And all of the obstacles and challenges and the lessons were molding you like clay to become the woman that you are now, walking into your winning season. Understand that who you have become is strong, grounded, aware. You are ready for the blessings and abundance that are about to show up for you. I'm not saying that you have to wait till the new year to get this. You can get this right now. Step into it, claim it that you are in your winning season. The rewards are going to be grand. They're going to be in a multitude. They're going to be oh, better than you can imagine. I feel like for the people that are listening to this message, you have been asking God, the universe, your spirit team to show you how good it gets. And you are about to find out. I'm literally hearing in my head, fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. You are about to find out. So, I want you guys to repeat this or just write it down, or you can simply listen and just receive what I'm about to say. But I need you to say, I honor how far I've come. I release what tried to drain me. I trust what's unfolding for me. I allow myself to win. This is not my losing season. This is not my struggling season. But baby, this is my winning season. Okay? I need you to say it just like that, baby. But what it is my winning season. And I claim it and I stamp it. Listen, if this episode felt like the pep talk that you needed from your sis Terrika-Surrenity, or just your sister in general, who needed to wipe those tears from your face, who needed to remind you just who you are, what you've been through. You were a badge of honor. I don't care what trauma you have. I know there's a lot within your story, a lot that you had to go through, a lot that you had to heal through, a lot that you had to forgive through. But you have been molded. You have been, mm, I'm hearing the word curated, meaning that you were created with intention. You were created with purpose, with fine detail over your life, your gifts, your story, your journey, and you are about to find out. You are about to find out. Just like people that curate playlists and they create the playlist with such intention, with such emotions and certain stories to paint the picture of what they want to paint. You have been curated, made so special and authentic with a beautiful journey. Not just the journey of what you've lived through or what's ahead of you, but the entire story. It is something to see, it is something to experience, and it is something that you're going to speak about that other people will see as well and get to experience through you, through your becoming. Okay? Listen, I need you to share this episode with another sister, you know? Let this episode feel like a great big hug and a push, but also a reminder that this episode was meant for you, and it may be meant for them as well, because you're doing better than what you think. And baby, you're winning. All right. I love you guys. I hope you know that I mean it. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Spiritually Her. I hope you felt inspired, empowered, and ready to take the next step on your journey. If you love this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Let's keep the conversation going. You can connect with me on TikTok at Serenity101. That's SURRENITY 101. And on Instagram at spiritually.her. I love to hear your thoughts, breakthroughs, or even what topics you want to dive into next. Until next time, remember, your power is already within you. Keep shining and simply stay spiritually her. Bye.